So Dana here, trying to trying to get into my game. Sony, I had to contact them, which isn't Sony anymore. It's Daybreak, which I think were the original developers of EQ2. Anyway, I had to get a hold of them and put in a support ticket because I couldn't get to my old tune. So basically, the gist of it, that's what I'm doing today. Checking it out, seeing how it's going. Kind of the sound. I'm trying to work on video stuff, and I'm using different video editors. And I used OBS a little bit, and then they have the live stream thing. And I've gotten on Twitch and I've gotten on YouTube, trying to mess around with it because I want to do tutorials or how-tos for different kinds of artists. And I have this big background in web stuff, so I wanted to teach, and then that kind of dragged. Well, you need to learn how to edit the videos, which didn't really take me too long. I picked up about 3 different ones, and I was using OBS, and then found out that there's a live stream one. So I picked that up for Twitch, and then found out my sound. I recorded it, me getting into my game for the first time in over 7 years, and couldn't get in. So I had to do the ticket, all this stuff. And just of it is, when I went to record it, got the screen, but I turned off my camcorder. So, I'm sitting here talking to you guys all through it, kind of telling you, wow, this is new, this isn't new, oh my God, and all this stuff. And I had no voice, so I have to go and put the voice on it now. So here I am diddling around, and I'm, I can't take that back and tell you what I said because it's gone. But I'll kind of go walk you through what I was doing. I'm kind of looking at it at this whole paying for stuff thing because it wasn't there before. And me just kind of going, what do you do with that? But this is the reason I'm getting into this game again. Basically, I want to do, this is a kind of art I was leaning towards, and then went and ran a studio and didn't have time to learn it, to do it, because they were coming out with this kind of 3D software back when I got into photography, which was a decade ago now. So, with the health issues and everything going on, and me not quite being able to do photography the way I could, and having to limit customers and all this that I can take, because I know I can't do 46 in one day anymore. I just can't. It would be pushing it. It's pushing it doing 1 or 2. And the body's just, it doesn't want to cooperate. So, that led me into looking back at all my digital stuff and what can I do with it and where do I want to go. And I'm picking up where I kind of left off. So one of the steps was I needed to learn video, just at least how to edit it, so I could at least put up a presentation and teach, people. I want to teach people what I've learned, because back in 1996, you couldn't make money being online. You had to, and that was having traffic to your site, and working really hard. And I think at the beginning of that, Google had started paying for ads and stuff like that, and $20 a month to run a portal site, niche site, and that just 8 hours, 10 hours, 14-hour days just wasn't cutting it. I went back to school for programming thinking, well, these assholes over here in this media company say they'll hire me if I go get the degree. And it's a long story, and I need to break these down into smaller stories is what I need to do, But, nobody on Twitch or YouTube really kind of knows me. So I have to kind of fill in the blanks for you why I'm doing this. Because I said last time on my video that I was gonna do a how-to on storage for art, because artists are where's the best place to store things, and I was going to do that, but I got sidetracked with all this because this is where I really wanted to go. I wanted 10 years ago to get into this, probably way before this, way before 10 years ago. It's like I've had stops and starts in my development here, because I went and did photography for 10 years and I got really good at it and learned that and the business and all of it. But then you go back to, where was I now? Anyway, so gist of it is I wanted to learn this 3D stuff. I'd already learned Corel, Photoshop, Lightroom, all that stuff. And I was just contemplating, because the program Bender and stuff like that looks kind of scary, but I'd done fractal art. So, it can't be that. I'll figure it out. But I just didn't have time. Doing photography, end up traveling and everything else. And what it did was made me focus just on one thing. And now I'm back jumping into all this going, oh, where do I want to go? Because this is the first time in my life that I've actually kind of had time to just do what I wanted to do. And I have, had thought, no, I'm not going full throttle on the digital again, or programming or web or social or any of that. I'm going to just do traditional art. And me going, oh, because I went and started straightening up all my stuff. And I'm scattered on like 20 to 30 sites, and me going, okay, you're going to do this, aren't you? You're stupid. You're going to bang your head against that wall. So me jumping back into game is because I want to learn Blender, because I found out that Daybreak will give you 40% royalties for creating the stuff that you guys are downloading and buying, which kind of gets me into gaming art, which I got offered back in 97 to kind of go that route. And the guy wanted, a small little graphic or something. And I was learning all this other stuff and I kind of just blew it off. And there for a while, it was a regret. And then I found out how these gaming artists are being treated, that they're working 14, 18-hour days like I was doing the web stuff, and then getting dumped and unemployed and not getting credit for their artwork and stuff like that. And me going, no, maybe you dodged a bullet there. But I can't help it. This is the kind of art that I like. I love this D&D feel to it. Even when I was growing up, D&D was, it was past a thing, but somebody did bring it over to me. It was the artwork that really got me. I was totally into it. I loved all those artists, and some of those artists have even contributed to this game. So, here I am going, well, that explains why I love the artwork in this, And me go, oh, well, you got a chance to contribute. Even if you don't make anything, you'll actually enjoy what you're doing. And that's kind of with the health issues. It's kind of, you got to have some kind of purpose to get up in the morning and feel better and work on getting better and stuff like this. And this game, before I'd had a surgery, it got me through that surgery. Most people heal in a week. It took me 6 or 8 to heal. And it was there for me when my dad and my grandma passed away. I blew up like 50,000 dragons or something in it. I was so pissed off and angry when my grandma died, that it really got me through and kept me from lashing out at other people. So, I appreciate gaming. I have always appreciated gaming. I've gotten into it way longer than probably most of you. So here I am, checking out my old games, seeing what they've changed around, and we'll see where I go from there. I still got to get in there and clean the kitchen today so I can get on there and make the donuts on Blender. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm kind of looking forward to all this. It's new territory for me, and I love that. It's like when I was a kid, I got really good at this, and then I had to go learn this, for art. So this is another adding on to what I know about art, and this is an art form. But back to the gaming thing, I mean, I was probably 7, 8 years old, and my dad's friend brought over Pong, which I don't know if all of you know that extent of the gaming history, but I was like begging to play Pong all the time, which is basically tennis. You bat a fucking dot around on the screen. So that's how far back my gaming stuff goes. And I kind of got so stuck on Nintendo back when I was 18, 19 years old that my grandma was like, yeah, well, I'll buy her one for Christmas, And anyway, here we are, I've fell down the rabbit hole before and survived it. So we'll see if it goes anywhere. I'm not really actually looking to get into be a full-time gaming artist or anything like that. Like I said, I'm on Patreon. I've got other projects going on. I do take commissions, but it's more, I want it to be more for traditional art. I need to practice. Not practice, but I need to, you don't want to lose your skills. So I want to gear more towards drawing, and I bought a tablet and I learned how to use a tablet years ago, and I'd rather do it on pen and paper because I see so much of it stolen online that I'm just like, no, I want my painting here. That way, even if I lose my whole database again, which has happened to me, I've had hard drives crash on me and everything else, I still have the original. So anyway, that's kind of a little bit about me, and here I am checking it out and seeing what's going on. And that's my game plan. Get up in the morning, talk to people, have coffee with them, go do my work all day, and then play a couple hours. Hopefully I can keep it to a couple hours at night on Twitch. So it's nice meeting you all. Come join me on this game. I know a lot of you don't play this game. I think you're all into Fortnite and I'm not a big WoW person. So I had a buddy that played with me on here that went on about WoW, and all of us were hating on WoW. So, but my understanding is Fortnite's a big thing. My kids play it. And my kid actually has a toon. I bought him when he was like 11 or 12. And maybe I can get him on here and he can play with me on this. We'll see. But this is my game. This is the one I love. It's, it's like hyped up Zelda. And I got stuck on that one too. But I love all the Renaissance kind of stuff. And that's kind of where I want my art to go. I like that darker, Renaissance, feel to it. So this is where I'm at. And I got to really get in there and clean my kitchen so I can actually get something else done besides tapping into this game and playing with video stuff today. So it was nice meeting you all, and I hope you join me.